Hell figure, nigga. This is the Star Report, late night edition. Let's get right to it. The Will Smith fallout continues, and I am here for it. Let me just say, child, it's messy. It's so messy, okay? Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith's wife, a video surfaced yesterday, late last night, of Jada Pinkett appearing to laugh at Chris Rock getting smacked in his shit. Yeah, he was smacked in his shit. And I want to say salute to Chris Rock and salute to his younger brother, Tony, because Tony is talking about it's on site up on social media. Not sure if I've met Tony Rock before, but I've seen him in action. Very, very funny comedian. Again, younger brother to Chris Rock. I'm going to try and comb through a bunch of notes this evening. I was out all day up at Lake Lanier. Life is great, what can I say? But Chris Rock also performed last night in Boston, Massachusetts. He very briefly addressed the smack at the Oscars this past Sunday. He said, "I'm still processing things. I have no jokes ready at this point in time." But the audience gave him a standing ovation. Okay. So, salute to those of you who have sent me emails, keeping me up to speed on things. I think most of us, not all of us, but most of us want to see Chris Rock sue Will Smith. I do. I want to see Chris Rock sue Will Smith, Jada Pinkett, Willow, Jaden, and the Academy. Sue everybody. And also the LA sheriff. I want to talk about that because they were ready to arrest Will Smith, but the producer, Will Packer, the black producer of the Oscars, the first black-produced event, as you guys pointed out to me, Will Packer has chimed in and said that he and Chris Rock spoke to the LAPD. Chris Rock said, no, it's not that serious. You don't have to arrest Will Smith, okay? Will Packer, also said in that interview on ABC News, he did not see Will Smith the entire event. I think that's smart of him to distance himself from Will Smith, okay? There's a lot here. Give me a second. Will Smith's camp has come out and said Will Smith was not told to leave the Oscars. This is important because if the lawsuit comes down, and I hope it does, I really hope it does, because, again, for so many reasons, and also the fact that Chris Rock is an A-lister. He's an A-lister, and he's got daughters, and he has to answer to his family, first and foremost. We've got a lot to unpack here. Also, the showrunner, give me a second. Disney wants half of its characters to be LGBTQ+. Let me say that again. Disney president, or what are the Disney presidents? Hold on a second, I got the notes. What is her name? Carrie or something like that? Okay, jeez. Oh, here she is. Okay, the Disney corporate president, Carrie Burke, the mother of a transgender child and one pansexual child. We'll get to that definition later, pansexual. She recently did a live where she spoke about wanting half of the characters from the Disney machine to be minority. She used the term minority LGBTQ+ characters. How do you feel? I want your input tonight on this particular topic because, as you know, I have no biological kids, none that I'm claiming. I'm a man of a certain age, but at the same time, I do understand, I realize society has changed. Never mind the back in my day, yada, yada, yada. We're someplace else. I don't want to assume that we, us, you, are all against this. This is the objective perspective, this show, folks, in case you're new to the show. And I'm sure there are some of you parents right now who have young children. Your children may have different feelings about life, society, their outlook, and I think that's great. I would love for someone to call in and, just say, hey, this might be a good thing. We can't all just be so against this. Me personally, I don't care if you lick a hole or suck a pole. I don't give a goddamn. I'm heterosexual. I have no interest in, a schlong. Never have, and no thank you. You know what I'm saying? But, it's a new day and time. What say you? Troll babies, good evening. Let me salute someone who sent a donation early. Frank White, I got you, he says. Salute, hater. Frank, good to hear from you, okay? And folks, if you are a sponsor of the show, I do want you to have a wrench so that you can be in the live chat. Not to block people, not to put people in timeout, but to promote your services or products, okay? Also, how do I lay this out? Give me a second. Are heterosexuals being targeted? Let me say that again. Are heterosexuals being targeted? Cheers. There's a lot of zestiness here in the Atlanta metro area. I live in Woodstock, as you may or may not know, and I travel down to different parts, throughout the day. I like to just drive early. I'm up early, and one of the Walmarts that I go to quite frequently, there's a young Caucasian zesty boy. And he's very nice. I gotta tell you, he's more friendlier and kind with regards to customer service than, I'll just say, people from other genders and cultures. Hint, hint, hint. I'm a Walmart shopper like most of you. I'm a sellout, I admit it. I was one of those people back in the days. They're taking jobs from mom and pops, yada, yada, yada. Now I'm in Walmart 4 times a week. I'm a fucking sellout. Anyway, so the young zesty boy is not only quick to assist me, but he pulls out his phone. I asked a female from a different culture, I'm not going to say which one, was looking for some corks. Corks. Just a goddamn cork to go into a bottle. I asked her, and she said, no, if we have that, no. Zesty boy saw me and said, came running. I said, hey, what's up, buddy? I'm not going to say his name. I said, hey, do you guys have corks? He said, oh, let me find out. Pulls out the phone, tells me the aisle, and I said, okay, thanks. He said, no, come with me. Come with me. He wants to walk me to the aisle. Give me a second. A few other times, certain situations, he just seems to appear, and he's so willing to be helpful. Am I being targeted? Are you being targeted? Not that this is a bad thing. Heterosexuals. I'll lay this out a little bit more. I just want to put that out there early with regards to the subtopic. The showrunner at Disney wants half of its characters to be LGBTQ+. If I can make a correlation, I don't know. Okay, phone lines. I see you guys. Sit tight. I want to get to these topics. I also want to I want to take a shot at Jim Carrey. Wait a minute. The internet never forgets. Actor, comedian Jim Carrey, who came for Will Smith's neck after the Oscar debacle situation, clusterfuck. Jim Carrey said it was disgusting. I think that's the word he used. He felt that Will Smith should have been arrested. People have now pulled up video footage from 1997 MTV Music Awards where Jim Carrey was then 35 years of age, groping and forcibly kissing 19-year-old Alicia Silverstone. Are you up to speed, troll babies? The bullshit continues. So he now has to step the fuck back, Jim Carrey, okay? We can discuss that. Oh, and I see a couple of you you've sent me emails with regards to the story about Jada Pinkett Smith supposedly, let me be very careful, allegedly, according to Daz Dillinger of the Dog Pound, saying that Jada Pinkett and one of the members of Criss Cross had an entanglement when he was underage. Troll babies, are you up to speed? Child, it's messy. It's so messy. Okay. We'll get to that. And, okay, I mentioned Chris Rock's younger brother, Tony Rock. All right, and also, guys, if you would like to just, even though I don't do hypotheticals and conspiracy theories, if anyone wants to do a hypothetical with regards to how much Chris Rock should sue Will Smith for, I'll entertain that. I spoke to 3 people today on the phones, and I said, well, one of them said, yeah, he should sue him for $20 million. I said, 20? Try 75. Pain and suffering, of course, medical, yada, yada, yada. But you have to also include potential lost earnings. Potential lost earnings, meaning if Chris Rock decides he can no longer finish his tour, his comedy tour that he's on right now. Again, he did his show in Boston last night. If Chris Rock says, hey, I can't do the tour, I'm distraught. I feel humiliated. I have to stop the tour. There can then be projections with regards to how much the tour would have made, endorsement deals that could have came in by way of the tour. This could be, in my opinion, a $75 million lawsuit against Will Smith and possibly more against others. What say you, okay? All right, also, coming up tonight, I want to get some of my sponsors on the screen. Hold on a second. Instagram.com/SkylarRise. Mr. Skylar Saunders. Skylar, I got your email. I will get your new banner popping right after the show ends, okay? Let's go to area code 302. Hold on a second. Early. Good evening, 302. Can you hear me? Testing.
Yes, sir. This is Mr. Saunders.
Hey, what's up, man? I was just mentioning you. I got your email and I got your info on the screen right now.
I appreciate it. Let's get right into it.
Please.
Jada Pinkett Smith, her laughing was totally contradictory to what she said. This is the season for healing.
Yeah.
Who's being healed by you laughing at your husband doing a terrible act? What is the healing process? With you laughing at it.
Yeah.
This isn't a laughing matter.
Yeah. Did they record the Red Table yet? Her and Will Smith. There was talks of them doing that earlier this week. If they do that, I think that will be the final nail in Will Smith's coffin. Any knowledge with regards to that?
I did not see that, but I did hear. I didn't see the direct mentioning of that. Just rumors and gossip swirling around that would be the case, that they would sit at the Red Table.
Yeah, man. So
but it's like,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's just like she's complete. I think she's delusional. She's completely out of touch with reality with her husband, because she doesn't know what to do or what to say. She's just trying to reach and grab for whatever sound bite sounds the best.
Okay. I feel differently, if I can just chime into what you just said. I think she's a very calculated abuser. I think she's got that short Napoleon complex thing going. I think Will Smith smacked Chris Rock because Jada Pinkett smacks Will Smith around. I think that's where he gets. I think that's where he gets it from. Go ahead.
You allegedly get pegged.
Go ahead.
Allegedly gets pegged.
Well, we don't know that. I don't want to go there. I don't want to talk about pegging. I have no knowledge. But
we don't know that. We don't know that. But it could be some kind of playtime they do. Hiding certain things, tucking certain things. I'm going too far.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, Skylar, good to talk to you. You want me to put your banner with regards to stories up right after the broadcast? Can you tell us?
Yeah, that's right.
What do you got new? What do you got
stories on it.
What's new on that particular page, please? I got the banner right here.
Oh, the banner. It's a story about I'm actually doing fictionalized stories about actual events. I'm gonna stop it probably tomorrow and pick it up again maybe in May.
Okay.
But for this week, I want people to go back and look up those stories that actually were actual homicides that occurred in Delaware. There are 320 unsolved cases or cold cases, and I'm exploring fiction-wise.
Okay, that banner is coming up right after the show. Good to talk to you, Skylar Saunders.
Great talking to you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay. Skylar Saunders tapping in early. I also saw Will Smith. Someone sent me a clip. Thank you. Will Smith on the Arsenio Hall show years ago. And Will Smith was clowning one of Arsenio's band members who had a bald head. I'm up to speed. Okay? So everything is coming back. And we are watching clearly the downfall of Will Smith. I even went back into my archives and found an old interview with myself and Chris Rock. I think it was 2001 or early 2002. And he mentioned Will Smith, but it wasn't like in a disrespectful way. And I said, I'll save that for my documentary. But people are pulling footage from everywhere, audio, and the list goes on and on, all right? What else I want to mention? The Oscars slap Chris Rock. Okay, I'm sorry. If you're just now joining the show, my topic tonight, new video shows Jada Pinkett Smith laughing after Will Smith cracked Chris Rock in his shit. You can see her right there laughing. Was she saying good for that hoe ass nigga? She did nothing. Will Smith got up and she just sat there and watched him walk towards the stage. Pow! And then she's as I said in my show prior to this one, I think that she should be sued as well. She did nothing to stop her spouse, whatever his intention was. And if you say, well, Star, how could she have known, what he was capable of? Well, she knows him. She knows him, in my opinion. She knows that he's, what would the word be? Delicate. Did Jada Pinkett say, good for that hoe-ass nigga. Cracked you right in your shit. Area code 845, good evening, 845. Are you there?
Yeah, Star, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, man? How are you? I'm talking about Jada Pinkett laughing at Chris Rock's pain.
Yeah, I wanted to comment on that specifically. So that is not a woman that was traumatized because of her alopecia. That whole family is just weird as hell, Star. I mean, the thing is, when you see her reaction, this is I call Will Smith. I liken him to a lot of the people that you go out to a bar or whatever, and they get beer muscles. So these are the gentlemen that of course they've had too much to drink. They're out with their girl. They want to impress somebody, and this is why I stopped going to bars, because you're gonna end up the unwitting target of these people and their completely irrational, attempts to impress their girlfriends. So I just stay away from all that shit, because people like Jada, there's some women out there that unfortunately just thrive on violence, and they like to see men fight each other, like to see men beat each other up. Yeah. And she was very comfortable in that situation, and she just didn't seem to have any moral qualms about letting her husband make a fool of himself and go up to her and go up to Chris and smack him like that and humiliate himself in front of the whole world.
Yeah. This story is picking up more traction. It's going in different directions. This is not going anywhere. This is the biggest black Hollywood actor next to Denzel Washington. We're watching his demise, his meltdown, if you will. And the consensus, if you ask me, a lot of people just don't like Jada Pinkett Smith. What say you?
I mean, I hate to say it, but the fact is that, men, this is why this thing is kind of polarized along gender lines, kind of.
Okay.
But men have a radar for this stuff, and they know when they're around a woman that it kind of thrives off of drama, and drama that can lead to violence, and they stay away from that. And they're sensing that and they're starting to like comment on it. It's starting to become apparent, and people are starting to realize like she was just chilling there, Star. She was just like relaxing, like it was no big deal that your man just made a fool of himself and smacked the shit out of Chris Rock. You know, like I mean, everybody who saw that knows what type of chick that is. I'm sorry, I had to say it, Star.
Okay. I hear you, but I disagree with you. I think a lot of males they like a feisty woman to smack them, somewhat abuse them. They like that sort of thing. It's like, you know, she really loves me, or, you know, just I'm really doing something in this relationship to the point where she has to try and regulate. I think a lot of guys like that type of goofy shit. What do you say about that?
I think that comes from a deep sense of insecurity amongst yourself, because you're finding value in what a woman will have you do for her.
Okay.
That's corny shit. That's like, you know, that's corny.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're right. I can't deny
No.
that. Some men,
No, I don't want you to agree with me. I want your assessment of this. Before you go, hang on a second. I'm going to go back to my showrunner. Are you a father? Do you care about Disney corporate president? What is her name? Hold on a second. I keep losing the goddamn sheet. Carrie Burke. I'm sorry, you there? She wants half of the Disney characters to be minorities and LGBTQ+. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, it's you know, it's unfortunate. Like, we have, like, you know, kind of, you know, Star. I read a really famous book a while back, 1984. I'm sure you've heard of it, right? And one of the things that they say in that book is one of the hardest things that, you know, the average person, while, you know, living in a dictatorship where they try to, you know, propagandize you and you know, make you believe that up is down and down is up, is holding on to your mind when you know something is wrong, but you can't say it because everybody else around you is telling you that, no, we have to accept this, we have to entertain this. And really, it's just, I mean, I got to...
Give us the name of the book, sir. That could be so many different books. Give us the name of the book.
Yeah, the book is 1984, the famous book by George Orwell.
Okay, gotcha, okay.
Yeah. And, you know, it's just basically about living in a dictatorship where, you know, essentially everything that they tell you to believe is what you have to, by force or by, you know, just constant propaganda and brainwashing. And, you know, they said, George Orwell, the writer, said that one of the hardest things is maintaining your own sanity when you know you're right, but everybody's telling you otherwise.
Right.
And that's what's happening, man. Like, they want us to accept this, but everybody knows. I got into an argument with a chick. She was trying to tell me, and this chick was Ivy League educated, she was trying to tell me that women can have a penis. And that's just like going outside and saying the sky can be neon green. Like, it just can't happen.
Okay.
It's impossible. Like, and
all right, so you're against the Disney president and what she said. Long story short, you're against it.
I'm against it, yeah.
Okay. Thank you for your call, man. Have a great evening. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. This is the objective perspective. Don't agree with me. I don't, you know, who am I? I don't have any biological kids. I think we are a hateful species. Not necessarily prejudiced, but hateful. Vile, vindictive, cynical. Don't agree with me, just, you know, to agree with me. I want to hear your thoughts. Also, for those who are just now coming into the show, as I said, the showrunner, Disney, wants half of its characters to be LGBTQ+. The corporate president, Carrie Burke, is the one who is behind this particular push. She has got one transgender child and one pansexual child. For those who don't know, pansexual is sexual, romantic, or emotional attraction towards people, regardless of their sex or gender identity, pardon me. Pansexual people may refer to themselves as gender blind, asserting that gender and sex are not determining factors in their romantic or sexual attraction to others. Now, that sounds great. And again, personally, I don't care if you lick a hole or suck a pole. I spoke about queer theory back in 2017 on the Star Chamber show. Not to endorse it, but just to mentally massage it with my audience. Queer theory. So if this is what she's dealing with, why does she feel the need to push her personal agenda through this corporate machine of Disney? My concern is that her reality is not that of the average black family, whether that black family be ADOS, FBA, Cape Verdean, Caribbean black. I don't feel that her reality is that of the quote-unquote black family. Am I wrong? Let me give you my premise as to why I don't think her reality is in tune with the average black family. It doesn't matter how much a black person tries to align themselves with the new gay agenda. It doesn't matter. You're still not given a lot of the perks and the advantages of that new movement. I'll just say movement. You can't benefit by way of a lot of things. They use you. They put you out on Front Street. The cartoons, the characters, all these other things. But then you still cannot live in those certain highbrow gay areas in San Francisco and other places. There's still racism involved. So that's my concern. Are you with me, troll babies? That's just my concern. Okay. All right, I want to get back to the nonsense. Will Smith. I also did not mention yet that complaints have gone into the FCC, Federal Communications Commission. I have a number of 66 complaints at this particular point in time have gone into the FCC with regards to the violence, Will Smith smacking Chris Rock, and the profanity. I'm not sure if the profanity went out over the airwaves. If it did, that could be a violation. It could be a fine for the Academy. Oh, and salute to whoever sent me an email, something about the FCC. And I've never been fined by the FCC. Never. Never. The Star and Buckwild show has never been fined by the FCC. Oh, you would like to think that I have? No. I'll leave it right there for right now. We'll come back to it. Area code 209. Good evening, 209. Jada Pinkett.
Hello,
laughing.
Hello,
I'm sorry. Hey, how are you?
Hello? Yeah. All I want to say is keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Do not call in with the F-bomb so early. I don't mind you trolling. Watch
sorry.
the F-bomb. It's too early. Go ahead.
I just wanted to quote Will Smith. But I was trying to think of many things to say right now, and I just want to say that people always get mad when I talk.
Hang on. Your voice sounds familiar. Who am I talking to?
Randy.
Hey,
Randy from Washington Heights.
What's up, man? Good to hear from you.
Yeah, I'm going to send you an email. I was spending the week at my girlfriend's parents' estate and stuff up in the mountains.
Nice.
But,
nice.
Yeah, I just wanted to articulate on the Disney stuff and
please.
On the Will Smith thing. I just want to give my perspective on it. I just want to say that there is a trend in the black culture when it comes to the elite black power couples.
Mm-hmm.
D. Wade's wife showed it, I believe, 5 years ago when she started on a public platform admitting that she tosses her husband salad and stuff like that.
I remember that.
And then Jada Pinkett took it there when she said that she let August Alsteen beat it up or something like that, and she was Jaden's friend.
Entanglement. Entanglement.
So, yeah, that little arc in their relationship. So I see that there's a trend within the Hollywood elite, the boule, like the black women. They like to humiliate like their husbands and stuff because so many people worship them, and idolize them.
Yeah.
To a lot of young minorities, doesn't matter their race or ethnicity. I'll just say minorities. Will Smith, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, they look up to that fly jiggy shit, you know.
Yeah.
He's a fashion icon. He's also people's favorite actor, so they like to emulate his style or whatever. And then you have the way he raises his children, being, spiritually free and sexually free.
Yeah.
Jaden wears the
Now, hang on a second, Randy. Last week I spoke about Willow Smith. She did something on either social media or she wrote a letter. I forget. And she said, Tupac, please come back to make mommy happy.
Come back and make mommy
happy.
Yes, that is correct. That is correct. So that family.
That was like a year, maybe 2 years ago, and I said, "What the hell?" I felt bad for Will Smith as a man who has done right by his family. But go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't want to get rushed off the phone because there's many more I'd like to say, but I'll say a lot in few words.
Come on.
I'm just trying to say that those type of actions built up to a man snapping if this was real and it wasn't entertainment for our pleasure and us to eat off of the Golden Globes that nobody watches, but now everyone's watching the year that it turned black, and that's the big thing, or they're going to take it back. But I believe this is good for entertainment, because everyone's talking about it. This is now news. Nobody cares about Russia. Let's eat off of Will Smith and Chris Rock.
Right.
Let's yeah. But,
now, hang on a second, Randy. The other topic you wanted to talk about. Take your time. There's no rush, man. I got my homie Bob the cop on the line. Go ahead. What else do you want to talk about?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna just touch up on Will Smith too because I got this information and I thought people should know this.
Okay.
Will Smith, in his autobiography, have pointed out the fact that he has felt like a punk most of his life because his mother suffered from domestic violence and he never stood up to his father.
I remember that.
So he has feminine energy, So his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, takes advantage of that. And she's the masculine energy in the household. This is not me assuming. You could just see it from behavior.
Right.
She parades him all around. There's videos of her, joking on him 20 minutes plus, at his expense.
Yeah.
So, we could take disrespect, but when we put the pussy on a pedestal and we see our queen being disrespected, we come out of character. We might not come out of character for our sake, but when we're trying to be the head of the household and trying to make, not an example, but show, woman, stop testing me. I won't slap you, but I'll slap this man in front of the whole world.
Now, hang on a second, Randy. You're from Washington Heights. You're out west somewhere. Don't say exactly where you are because you and I already spoke. You did something and you're kind of somewhat sort of hiding. How old are you? Can you tell us how old you are?
I'm 26.
Okay, you did say that. And you're Dominican, yes?
Yes, 100% Dominican.
Okay. Can we keep it real? Have you ever given one of your ex-girlfriends an uppercut or an eye jammy? You're Dominican.
Oh no, I'm a smaller man. I don't need to do that. Just I emotionally abuse bitches sometimes.
Okay.
I feel like that hurts a little bit more. You don't have to.
It does, yeah. Emotional abuse is the worst abuse. It's harder than
So you break a woman down, and she'll fall to her knees. I'll just say that.
Okay.
But now I want to touch on the Disney thing because I do consume.
All right, hang on a second, Randy. Stay there. Hold on a second. I got my homie Bob the cop on the line. He's doing some work for me. Hold on a second. Hold on. Bob the cop, you there, Bob?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Okay, sit tight. I got Randy on the line. I don't want your call to drop out. Just stay right there. All right, Randy, go ahead and finish up. I'm sorry, you were saying.
Randy?
Oh yeah. So Disney and the woman that's in charge. It doesn't matter who's in that seat right now. All media is pushing an agenda of destruction and population control, and it's aimed at all minorities. I was watching clips of The Flash. And Barry Allen, he's a Flash character.
I remember him.
And the guy that plays him is a mulatto kid, Jordan Fisher, and he has painted nails and one earring. What example does that set to any kid of minority, any kid of color, seeing a superhero on television with painted nails and an earring, and let's just say he's very flamboyant. That is going to give them mixed emotions before they even understand sexuality. And they're doing this at all levels, from cartoon
I got a young zesty white boy up in Walmart. He damn near does fucking backflips to help me. And I mean, I'm not offended. I'm not bothered. I'm not homophobic. And truthfully,
because you're confident in yourself.
I'm confident. Just I appreciate everything that goes with a vagina. But I will say this guy, he customer service is fucking great. He pulls out his phone, he Googles something. If I can't find some goddamn fucking Velcro or some goddamn cat food, he pulls the phone out. I mean, then he starts doing a little too much, telling me his fucking Snapchat. I'm like, hey, whoa, listen, I just want to get my shit and get out of here. But you're right. You're right. It's a new generation. Go ahead and finish up, please.
Not to bring again race into this, but white now is a mindset, and they're trying to put the mindset of being white as being soft-spoken, more flamboyant, more what's it called, less aggressive. Like right now, America is
passive-aggressive
with Will Smith's action.
Passive-aggressive.
But in our culture, that is G-checking someone,
yeah.
And there is no time and place. At all moments, we can have a nigga moment. You wanted a nigga, you got a nigga, and that's what Will gave him. But this is the crazy thing. Right. We've seen Will broken so many times that people don't know that was always in him. He's just had to tame the nigga in him. He's had the limelight too much in him.
Right.
So now they just saying that that's disgusting, but we have this white boy that rides bears bombing buildings with people in it, babies. But that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about the nigga shit.
All right, listen, Randy, I got to take other calls, man. Good to talk to you. Stay in touch.
Always.
Send me that email. Send me the email, all right?
And we are at war. It's a mental war. That's all I'll leave with.
Thank you, man. Thank you, Randy.
Okay.
All right.
Always.
Bob the cop, hold on a second. Bob, my homie and my friend, you're doing work for me behind the scenes. Don't say what it is. How's it going, man? Good to hear from you. It's cracking.
It's good to hear from you. I'm disgusted by Randy using the N-word over and over again. It's disgusting, and he's vulgar and a disgusting person. And if that makes him more hip to the culture, whatever culture he's claiming to be a part of, he's a sick man. Fuck you, Randy.
Easy with the F-bomb, Bob. What else is cracking, man?
I'm sorry. If he could use a nasty word. Could I get nasty too?
You just dropped the F-bomb. Can we lighten it up just a tad bit?
Sorry.
Please. What's going on, man? Good to hear from you.
No, but I want to know. I want to know about the cop killer. There's an actor who claims to be a cop killer, and he's claiming he's gonna smack the shit out of a motherfucker that asked me.
Bob, you gotta watch the F-bomb. Come on, man. You're killing me.
I'm sorry.
Are you sipping? Bob, you sipping? You sipping like me?
Where's this cop killer though?
Which one? Give me the name. Who are you talking about?
He's a celebrity. He's on Instagram. I'm smacking the S word out of the next MF.
Give me the name. Give me the name. Will Smith? Who are you talking about?
It's some sort of beverage. It's an old dusty beverage. He's a cop killer.
I don't know who you're talking about, Bob.
He's claiming to be a pimp.
Ice-T? You're talking about Ice-T? Ice-T?
Ice-T. Ice-T is out here.
Okay.
on Instagram. Claiming to slap. He wants to assault people for Will Smith. What kind of shit is that? Okay. What kind of influence is that?
Oh, wait, is that the text you sent me? Hold on a second. Oh, you sent me a text.
Yeah, I sent you a picture. I sent you a picture of this bullshit.
Okay, all right.
This guy's 60 years old. He's talking about smacking people on fucking Instagram.
I think he's 63. Okay, so you sent me a text message. You are one of the only people that can send me links and images. I got that app that blocks people. Okay, you sent me a picture. It says, I'm smacking the shit out of the next MF that asked me about the Oscars.
And I sent him a link with my send me a DM, bro. Come see me then. What the fuck? What kind of person is this? This is somebody with influence and a lot of money, and they're promoting the most ignorant form of lifestyle possible.
All right, Bob. You know what? Fuck the algorithm. Go ahead and talk crazy. Go do your thing. Go ahead.
I say Ice-T, bro. Direct text me like I asked you on the fucking Instagram post.
Shit.
How dare you fucking try to influence people with this nonsense?
Right.
You're not culture. This is not culture. You wrote a song that was called Cop Killer.
He did.
But you're a dirtbag. You're a scumbag. You claim to pimp women. You're not any indicative of any people. You're just a dirtbag.
You're a dirtbag. Yeah.
You're a dirtbag rapper. What's up?
All right.
You. Fuck you, Ice Cube.
Ice-T.
Ice-T.
Well, what are you drinking right now? And you and I, we didn't speak around the St. Patrick's Day parade. What are you drinking now? I know when you're drinking. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking a Guinness.
Okay.
And I got an Ice Cube in it. Not even Ice Tea. Ice Tea is a bullshit.
Hey man,
I got a fucking Ice Cube in my Guinness, bro.
Folks, this is a good friend of mine, not an associate of friends. So sometimes you just have to let him go. Hey, man, good to hear from you.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to chime in about? Disney wants half of its characters to be LGBTQ+. Do you care?
I don't give a fuck, but I just think like a rapper at 63 years old who's promoting smacking people. Come on, what the fuck's wrong with you, bro?
Yeah.
Ice-T. Come on, get it together.
Hey, man, good to hear from you. I'm sure we'll talk this weekend, yeah?
Yeah, I'll talk to you soon, bro.
Salute, man, salute. Okay, all right. That's my homie Bob the Cop. Friend of mine. Hold on a second. Duval. Star, go in on that succubus Jada. Okay. Ace King, I got your donation. Thank you, sir. Salute to you. Ace King tapping in. Will Smith's sister on the okay, somebody sent me that's not Will Smith's sister. Please. I mentioned her because she did an interview, all right? Gangsta of Love got your donation. Big Aki wants a gay leprechaun character. Okay. Dice Money Demean got your donation. Atlantic City on the check and star. We're witnessing the changing of the old guard. Will Smith is now in charge of the humiliation ritual. Okay, I keep hearing that. People talking about the humiliation ritual, yada, yada, yada. Mello got your donation. Thank you so much. Self-governing in Florida over that BS. Salute. I'm fucking with the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantos, pardon me. Hey, Toby, got your donation. Sending peace and love, star. Thank you, Toby. Thank you so much. Yeah, Florida's going to become a reality for me. It is. I just, I like living in Georgia, but I'm not gonna buy a home here. I'm not gonna do that. You've heard me say that before. I'm still renting in Woodstock. I came down here on a radio holder's fee. The corporation paid for this house at first, and then after the year was up, I decided not to do the old school show. We kept the relationship open, but Florida's calling me. Florida's calling me. It's zesty as fuck down here. I got this little zesty white whip up in goddamn Walmart. This motherfucker's doing cartwheels to help me, huh? Shit. Gary got your donation. Thank you so much, Gary. Leo got your donation. Jada looks like Shia LaBeouf and Honey Boy. Okay. Jesse tapping in. Jesse James, thank you so much. Christopher for the Machine Boss Hog. Thank you, sir. Upgraded got your donation. The gay community is a cult. Okay. If you say so, sir, I think they are the mainstream reality that we are dealing with. 20 years ago, we would not have had a zesty white boy in Walmart, damn near running me down. What are you looking for today? I'm like, hey, whoa. I'm just here, just getting some fucking Hanes sweatpants, man. I know where they are. No, I'll walk you over there. And he walks with me to the goddamn, to the aisle with the Hanes sweatpants. Gangs of Love, I got your donation. Rory dancing to Vanity 6. Nasty Girl for Big Key. Gangs of Love, do you want to call in, sir? What's going on with you, man? Taking shots at Big Key, Rory, Crown tapping. Where's my nigga Crown? Hold on a second. Crown, are you there, sir? Jada Pinkett Smith laughing at Chris Rock. What say you, sir?
Crown from D.C. I'm in the building. Live chat. What it do? If you're hating, hate harder.
Yes, sir.
Speaking about Will Smith, it's ridiculous. Well, it's ridiculous, but it can be a benefit to Will Smith if he's taking notes to all these clowns and all these supposed friends of his, the Jim Carreys and all these people coming out speaking against him and what he did. No one standing by his side but Ice-T and other black people. But these coons that are coming out, I heard what was his name? Rosenberg yesterday talking about Will Smith makes the black community look bad. We already look a certain kind of way to white supremacy. Who was he looking bad to and for? So stop the cooning, and we ain't got time for that BS. So what Will Smith is going through, it was a nigga moment. It happens. Star, you spoke about it years ago on your channel, having a breakdown, a meltdown twice a month, once a month. It happens. Sadly, it happened on national TV. It is what it is. It ain't like Will Smith ain't got the dollars to pay for whatever repercussions that comes his way. That's number one. Number two, we got the white supremacy attacking our babies, black babies. We ain't doing that minority coalition BS. We ain't doing that people of color BS. We ain't got time for that. Black folk are being attacked. Why are they sexualizing our children? You got the guy over there.
All right, hang on a second, Crown. Before you jump into the showrunner, I want to promote one of my sponsors, www. Her favorite place for sure.com. Folks, please go there. Purchase anything of $20. Send me a screenshot. I'll give you a week's free promotion of my showrunner. I say again, purchase anything worth $20. Send me a screenshot. www. Her favorite place for sure.com, and I will promote your platform. All right, Crown, you said a lot, and I like for people to talk. The fallout has taken on a life of its own. Jada Pinkett, you can see her laughing at Chris Rock getting smacked in his shit. Jada Pinkett, who always talks about family, yada, yada, yada. And Will Smith and her going on the red table. But to my knowledge here, at the time of this live stream, Will Smith still has not reached out personally to Chris Rock. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, like I said, it is what it is. We all know how Jada gets down at this point. We speculate about how their relationship goes behind the scenes, whatever the case. But again, we know what we see, and it is what it is. Like I say, it ain't like Will ain't got the finance.
Crown, you're a smart man. I respect your intellect. We've had conversations. Give us more than it is what it is. Jada Pinkett is married to Will Smith. They are Hollywood elite. Will Smith has not reached out to Chris Rock to say, hey, man, I fucked up. Pardon me, dude. He met with the Academy earlier this week. He sobbed and boo-hooed from what reports are saying, apologized to them again. Why hasn't he reached out to the black man that he smacked? Crown?
Well, I mean, he may not have. I don't know what's going on with Will right now. I mean, it's sad that he has to deal with Jada, who's spewing her business and their business out there in the public, like it won't affect them, on the front street. So He should have been got rid of Jada. That's number one. But we don't know what their relationship is behind the scenes. Why he hasn't reached out to Chris Rock, I don't know. And to me, Chris Rock is a coon because he was up there with Seinfeld and two other white guys talking about nigga this and nigga that, and the white dudes was talking about nigga. And Seinfeld was the only one on code talking about, hey, we ain't supposed to be doing that. So Chris Rock deserved we owe the ass whooping if you ask me for being up there and you.
Let's go, Crown. You talking that G shit? Let's go.
You from Brooklyn and you got your brother speaking out for you. How you from the hood or from the street and you up here with these white folk talking about nigga this, nigga that? Like that. That's out the window for me. So he was owed an ass whooping at some point. So if it came from Will, it came from Will. I'm on Will's side. I'm not here talking about he make the black girl that he look bad. That's some clown stuff to me. Be a man.
Right.
Stand up for yours. You understand? Right. He had a meltdown. It is what it is.
Okay.
But back to these white folk who putting all this sexuality towards our children on TV and cartoons and stuff like that. I got an issue with that, but it's another government tactic. Like we all know from the white supremacists, we just got to be ahead of the game. And again, there is no minority coalition, no Dominicans, no. If you getting tangibles from the government, ain't no damn coalition with us. So we stand by ourselves, FBA. But I would like to say this before I get off the phone.
Please.
Long live Nipsey Hussle. The LAPD needs to go down for setting him up. I said it. Long live Nipsey Hussle. It's 3 years. We still hurting, but we still ain't forgot.
Gotcha.
LAPD set Nipsey Hussle up to get,
Okay, Crown, good to hear from you, man. Thank you for your support as always, sir. Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, sir. Crown tapping in. Rob Lowe, 2000 got your donation. Crown, you sound ignorant. He should return that Oscar. What he did was not black. And niggas and blacks are not the same. Rob Lowe, 2000. Okay. Ike Bird got your donation. Riggs! Star, I've been a supporter since you were in Philly. Thank you, sir. He's talking about my impersonation of Danny Glover in the Lethal Weapon series. Riggs! Riggs! Black racists tapping in. Hopefully next year there's a shooting in the parking lot at the Oscars. That would be progress. Oh, my God. Folks, if you're just now joining the show, I laid out a bunch of notes early. This particular Oscars that just passed, still the talk of the town. The producer, Will Packer, spoke about he and Chris Rock meeting with the LAPD. Will Packer says that Chris Rock was very, very adamant towards the police about not arresting Will Smith. They were ready to. They said, "You tell us what you want us to do. We'll go cuff this nigger." Okay, pardon me. They didn't say nigger, but they let him know. We don't give a fuck about his movies. We'll cuff him. What do you want to do? Chris Rock said, "No, let it go." Yeah, but Will Packer. And Will Packer sat down with T.J. Holmes. Let's look at T.J. Holmes, huh? T.J. Holmes was on CNN. He might be back because BET gave him a bag to go do some type of news, something on BET. Nobody gave a shit. Black folks don't want news on BET. So then that was canceled within less than 3 months. And I think he's back on CNN. Anyway. Someone sent a donation. Zach Lee has a crew called the Kelly Park tool holder. And what is that? That's crazy. Thank you for your donation. Guys on the screen, www.mrvegan.com. Please go there. Tell them I sent you. If you're in the Dunwoody area, in the Atlanta metro area, Perimeter Mall to be precise, please go to Mr. Vegan, the restaurant. Tell them I sent you. You'll get a discount. Just walk in and say, "Hey, yo, that hating-ass nigga Star sent me." All right? Let's go to area code 914. Good evening, 914. Jada Pinkett laughing. Have you seen the video?
Yeah, no. Yeah.
My nigga Craig. Craig!
Yo, what's up, my nigga?
My nigga, how you
What's
feel? Good.
going on?
I'm good, man. Good to hear from you. What's cracking, Craig?
You tell me what's up.
Hey, man, I was at Lake Lanier today smoking a cigar, relaxing, texting a bitch in her 50s, and life is great. How you?
Yeah.
Did you see Will Smith smack fire out of Chris Rock, Craig?
Yo, let me say something.
Come on.
You the pussy.
You said somebody's...
Pussy them nigga pussy.
Who's pussy?
Pussy them nigga. Ooh, rip it ankle up. Pussy nigga.
Pussy nigga.
Then
Come on.
that fucking they don't know the fight. Good. He put
Pussy, yeah. If a nigga smack you, Craig, out comes the tool. Right or wrong? The ratchet comes out.
my nigga.
My nigga.
It was near for me. God damn. You gonna die.
Don't die, yeah. Craig, fuck the algorithm. Let's take this shit back to the Star Chamber. Fuck that algorithm. Talk reckless. Come on. Let's go.
Yo, he pussy.
Pussy.
He's so pussy. I
Pussy.
don't know what to call him. He's so pussy.
Pussy. Nigga pussy.
Almost like this nigga. I don't know what to call him. I don't know.
Yeah. What do you think about Jada Pinkett laughing? She was laughing at Chris Rock when he got slapped in his shit, Craig. You saw that video?
Yo, yeah.
Yeah.
They ain't got no hair. They ain't got no hair.
Yeah. She ain't got no hair. Monkey bitch. Let's go, Craig. Fuck the algorithm. Let's go.
He look like a nigga. Fuck this nigga.
You said she looked like a nigga. Fuck that nigga. I heard that part. Go ahead.
He look like a nigga. They ain't got no hair. Yeah.
Craig, if you were on stage and Will Smith smacked you, what would have happened? If you were on that stage and Will Smith smacked you, what would have happened?
I would fuck him up and I would fuck that bitch up too. I would fuck both of them up.
Hang on, Craig. Stay there. For those who didn't catch it, Craig said I would have fucked him up and fucked that bitch up too. Right, Craig? I heard it.
Yeah. God damn.
Yeah. Folks, this is the Star Report. We go here sometimes. Just be patient. Go ahead, Craig. Talk your talk.
Yeah. Yo, have a good night, please.
Craig, love you, my
Love
nigga.
you.
Love you. Salute.
Well, salute.
Okay. It's my nigga Craig, a day one from live and direct, Star Chamber. You gotta let him go. You can't try and tell him to chill. He has no chill. He has no chill. Folks, to advertise on the Star Report, there's my email address on the screen. We send you the analytics. All right, give me a second. I want to get back to the show. I want to talk about some other things. I'm going to get to your cash apps, your super chats. Bear with me. Ladies, I so appreciate you. I'm a man of a certain age. I live a great life. Don't be scared of Star. Don't be scared of Star. I like to go out and have a good time. If you're in the Atlanta area and you want to have coffee, reach out. Coffee, Lake Lanier, roller skating, ice skating. I go to the Cooler. Google that if that's, within proximity of where you are or something like that. But please, you have to be in the Atlanta area. I'm not flying you out. I don't fly females out. We can talk. You can say, hey, I'm coming to Atlanta. That sounds great. But nobody's flying you out. Okay? Matter of fact, let me put my email address on the screen again. Atlanta females only, you know? Coffee, concerts. What else? Horseback riding. The weather's nice now. I was at Lake Lanier today smoking cigars, and for those of you who keep asking, here's the brand that I smoke. Google that, goddammit. Can you see that? That's what old nigga stars smoke. Stop asking me. Just Google it. I keep holding it up to the goddamn screen. For some reason, you don't fucking Google it. Yeah, coffee, for God's sakes. I don't want to hang out at night. Nobody's going to Magic City popping bottles. Okay? Fly Nigga Camera got your donation. Los Angeles Dodgers catcher Will Smith booed today at spring training because of his name. Okay. Thank you. R. Ramon, big nigga, who is more pussy whipped? Will Smith or Kanye West? I have no idea. If you ask me, I would say Will Smith. Kanye wants to be a father. At least we saw Kanye, you know, give Kim Kardashian some bars, you know? And that he popped up with the Kim Kardashian look-alike on his arm. I would say Will Smith to answer your question, okay? RC from the 315, Tupac, can you come back so that mommy can be happy again? Willow Smith. Yeah, we spoke about that on the last show, and I'm glad to see that other people are talking about that. That's learned behavior. Where did she get that from? Learned behavior. Your father, one of the best actors in the last 20 years or so. You're writing letters or whatever the fuck that was she did. That was insane. Mr. Davis got your donation. How soon they forget. Will made the same joke about hair loss on the Arsenio Hall show. Yes, sir. I mentioned that earlier. Thank you so much. Hold on. Let me get my show on the back on the screen. Malmu tapping in. Thank you, Malmu. Oh, nah. Okay. I read that one. Pardon me. Guys, you can send it a donation if you like, if you appreciate the content. Here's my PayPal. If you don't have Cash App, here's the PayPal information. Give me a second. I want to take a few more calls to discuss Jada Pinkett laughing. What a hypocrite. Area code 708. Good evening. Are you there? 708.
What's up, sir?
Hey, how are you, man?
How's it going? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good evening.
All right. So I wanted to talk a little bit about Disney, and then also I wanted to talk to you more importantly about your oil painting.
Okay, your phone is a little it's a little.
All right, can you hear me now? Is
muffled.
it better?
There you go. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, so I want to talk to you a little bit about Disney,
Okay.
and then I want to talk to you about your oil painting.
Okay. Go ahead.
So with Disney, when I was back in the dating scene, I would always, when girls said they were Disney fans, it was always a red flag because they're easily brainwashed, people who watch Disney.
Okay.
I don't know if you agree. And then also, I think Disney had something to do with the Third Reich, if I'm not mistaken. Much like Mercedes, they had something to do with the Third Reich.
Along with Hugo Boss.
Supporting
Go
Third
ahead.
Reich.
Along with Hugo Boss. Go
Yep,
ahead.
along with Hugo Boss.
Continue. Yep.
Yeah, and I just wanted to cover that. That's for Disney, and I want to talk to you about the oil painting star.
Okay.
Hello?
Are you an oil painter, sir? I just mentioned, briefly that I'm oil painting now. Is this something you want to?
Yeah, no. So No, so I've been doing acrylic paintings for over a decade and
Okay.
watercolor paintings before then.
Okay.
I wouldn't, me personally, I wouldn't want to do oil paintings till I hit the age of 30, which is going to be in a month or so.
Okay.
Oil paintings to me are masterful. You have to be very patient. And when I was listening to you talk about oil paintings, you were talking about how you wanted to code your painting.
I'm listening.
And when you said
Continue.
and when you said you wanted to code your paintings, I was like, this fool probably has OCD. And then like 10 seconds later, you said that you had OCD. So I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And normally I wouldn't welcome anybody into the art or visual art creating process because a lot of the times they make trash. But if you're creating conceptual codes or different concepts within your painting, I feel like you are just the right type of person to be in the art world. So definitely keep working on what you're doing. And then also I just wanted to let you know too, you're not alone, dude. I've been working on the same image, the same painting for about 6 or 7 years, and I've wasted about 12 canvases trying to create this image. So you're not alone. That happens quite often.
Sir, with all due respect, how big is your girlfriend's penis? You're talking about my fucking... you're talking about my oil paintings and, something that, is really not that deep. How big is your girlfriend's penis? Let's just cut the bullshit. Come on.
Oh yeah, and then and also if your painting or if your canvas is like flimsy, you can spray the back.
No, sir. The question,
It'll fix it.
sir, the question was, how big is your girlfriend's penis? You're talking about me and my oil paintings. What the fuck is it to you?
I'm high, Star. Keep going with the content. I love the content.
No, stay there. Don't you dare hang up. Now, hang on a second.
What?
I just started doing oil painting to relax.
Exactly, yeah.
Hang on. I step out on my deck in the back. It's all woods. It's beautiful. There's like some swampy shit, and I got the cats all over the goddamn place. I got this black cat named Shaka Zulu who now is sitting on top of my fucking brand new white AMG Benz in the front yard. I'll talk about that shortly. So I just started painting, and I'm thinking, half a nigga about putting codes in my painting so that someone, 50 years from now can decipher the codes. What are you talking about?
I'm saying you're doing exactly what you should be doing.
Okay.
And I support it.
Okay.
Yep. All right, have a good one, man.
All right, thank you, man. Thank you. He hung up. Let me talk about this black cat named Shaka Zulu. This motherfucker, man. Folks, I live in Woodstock, GA, and the cats come and go in the yard. I haven't seen the cat Cardi B in weeks. I haven't seen Mariah in about 30 days. Mariah is good, though, because I was driving about a half a mile up the road a couple of days ago, and I saw Mariah zooming through somebody else's yard. So it's not like, they need to hang around me, These Georgia cats are different, But this cat, Shaka Zulu, now this motherfucker went from sitting on a goddamn log, staring up at my bedroom. Now 3 nights in a row, he's on top of my fucking Benz. It's I'll just say a newer AMG model. I got a CL600 mint condition inside the garage. I won't put that outside. If he were to sit on top of that, I would have to do him dirty. I'll just say that. But now he's sitting on top of the fucking AMG. And I'm looking out the window as I was walking by, and I said, what the fuck? The fuck? Now, he's not staring up at the window, but he's just sitting on top. I go back, I do something else. I go downstairs, I'm making some food. Back upstairs, an hour later, he's still sitting on top of the car. Anybody go through this? What does that mean when a fucking cat sits on top of your goddamn vehicle? The fuck is that about, man? I would rather he been the goddamn back on the log. Is he scanning the car? Is he a synthetic life form? Is he tracking my movements? This motherfucker's weirded me out. Shaka Zulu, I call him. Hold on a second, guys. Let me go to her Cash App. I thank you for your support. Judah got your donation. Will should buy everyone chili dogs like Star. Oh, okay. You're talking about the the sheriff's department. Yeah. I got to go down there tomorrow. If not tomorrow, Monday, because I just got some papers sent from New York. Thank you for your donation, Judah. Ken got your donation. Who win in a headbutt fight? Haddish or Jada? You mean Tiffany Haddish? I'm not sure, sir. But thank you for your donation. Daniel, Star's got a boy toy, ? Purr. Now, you're talking about the zesty white boy at Walmart. Nah, man, he's just, he's helpful. He's helpful, Just, you know what? Fuck it. You ask the goddamn black girls at Walmart a question, it's an attitude. Attitude. And what? No, I don't know if we got that or not. Well, if you don't see it up on this shelf, we ain't got it. The little zesty boy pulls out the goddamn phone. Does anybody go through this? It can't just be me. The zesty people are so helpful. He's Googling shit. Oh, we got that, see? Anyway, thank you for your donation. Carl got your donation supporting the machine. Thank you, Carl. Ronald got your donation. Bob, true racist nature just came out. Pay attention. Okay, what is this? No. I'm not going to address that email. Somebody from my past just doing too much. Please stop. Craig, good to hear from you, man. I enjoyed talking to Craig. Blade says for the machine. Blade, I've been getting your emails also. Thank you, Blade, about the mercenaries in Ukraine, Russia poisoning people at the meeting. Oh my God! Thank you, Blade. Judah got you the donation. Florida is God's waiting room. Don't go, LOL. Judah is calling me, man. Georgia's not going to be my home. I'll buy a home in Savannah before I buy a home in Atlanta. But thank you, Judah. Yeah, thank you so much. Destroyer of false prophets. Pickup 646. Where are you, sir? Destroyer of false prophets. Is that you, or should I go to another line? Hold on a second. 646.
Hold on. Hello?
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, what's up, Star?
Hey, I was
with the.
I need you
with
to
the
hold
Jada,
on.
with
Okay,
the Jada
sir,
situation.
can you hold on 1 second? Somebody else spent Skrilla. Okay, put you on hold.
Gotcha.
Destroyer of false prophets. Good evening, sir. Are you there? Destroyer. Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, sir. Good evening. I got you, man.
Oh, good evening. How are you, Star?
Good. I got
Destroyer
your
of false
donation.
prophets.
Thank you for tapping in. Where do you want to start, sir?
No, yes. Well, we'll start with. I think I can cover all birds with one stone here.
Can you come closer to the phone, though? I want to hear you. You sent in a donation. I want to give you that time, please.
Oh, sure. You hear me better now?
You're in some type of tunnel, something like that. I'll wait on
I
you.
don't know what the problem is.
I'll wait on you.
All right.
Can you take off the Bluetooth so we can hear you, sir? I'll wait on you. Spent money.
Hello?
There you go. Much better. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, regarding the whole Will Smith and Jada
laughing at Chris Rock getting slapped. I think the Smith family knows something that we don't know, and I think Hollywood's gonna protect their own.
Okay.
You know, remember Will Smith. People forget about 6 degrees of separation. And with all this LGBTQ, I mean, what better family than to push that than the Smith family right now?
Okay.
You know, I don't know if you see where I'm heading with this. Chris Rock is not Hollywood elite. He's a comedic genius. He's an icon in his field, but he's not Hollywood elite.
Okay.
It's not box office draw. You know.
Gotcha.
So I think, you know, the laughter from, I think it comes from a place of look what I could do. You know, like look what we could do. I mean, as you can see, there was no consequences to their actions. And he got an award. And I think Chris Rock understands that.
Well, hang on a second. You said there's no consequences. The Academy is now pushing a formal investigation. There's going to be consequences.
Okay. What does that mean?
Consequences, sir. They're going to issue a statement in 14 days. They are not pleased with Will Smith's actions. In 2017, they upgraded their conduct policies. There's going to be repercussions. Go ahead.
I mean, I don't know. They kind of caught themselves between a rock and a hard place here because, you know, they also, you know, well, let's put it this way: who's gonna be the white person they're gonna put to condemn this man of color?
I don't know, sir. But now, hang on a second. You sent
friendly.
You sent it a nice donation.
Shit.
What do you see that we don't see? You got your third eye open. We don't really know what's going on. What do you see? Educate us.
Well, I mean, think about it. This is this is a group of people, right? When I mean group of people, I'm talking about the Smith family, who's redefined traditional marriage, who's redefined upbringing, right? Open up their children to wearing skirts when they're boys in the transgender movement. They're going to be protected, is what I'm saying. They fit the narrative for the agenda that's being pushed.
Okay.
That's the point I'm trying to make. It's that they are the token black family for the LGBTQ movement. And that's something that they will protect. I don't see nothing more than a slap on the wrist, in my opinion. Maybe a donation to a charity of Chris Rock's choice, yada, yada, yada. Okay. Let's keep it moving.
I don't necessarily have to disagree with you, but to my knowledge, Will Smith is heterosexual. Jada Pinkett is heterosexual. Maybe she's had some different type of experiences. I don't know, but you're saying that they are representing the LGBTQ plus agenda. I don't see that, but I'll give you the last word.
Have you seen their kids?
Yes, I have, but I don't know their sexuality, and I don't want to, say something disrespectful to kids.
That's the whole point. Nobody does. They're non-binary.
Okay.
They're non-binary. They don't subscribe to what the traditional the traditional labels of when it comes to sex and identifying as one particular. They're gender fluid.
Right.
They
pansexual. Do you know that term? Pansexual.
Which one? Pansexual. Yes.
Sexual.
Yes. Okay. Yes, I'm familiar with it.
Okay. Listen, I'm not arguing with you. I'm hearing you out, man. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you've got a point. I don't know. But she was laughing at Chris Rock getting smacked in his shit. Do you think Jada Pinkett should apologize? We haven't even asked that question tonight yet. Should Jada Pinkett apologize?
Oh, no. She's not going to apologize.
She's not gonna apologize. She's already made her statement. Her statement was it's time for healing.
Okay.
And I'm here to heal.
Right,
that
right.
was her statement. She said it's time for healing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I appreciate you. Thank you for your support, and have a great evening. Thank you so much.
All right. Good evening, bro.
Yes, sir. Okay. Destroyer of false prophets. Folks, if you're just now tuning in, we've been talking about a few topics here this evening. Jada Pinkett, new video popped up. I looked at the New York Post article, and they're giving credit to DJ Academics. Salute to Academics if that video came from him. Freemason got your donation. Rappers, actors are Section 8 of the Illuminati. Okay. I have no problem with your statement, sir, but thank you for your support. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. Gangsta of Love, is that you, sir? Gangsta of Love.
Star, what up, man?
Hey, how you feel, man? Thanks for tapping in. It was cracking.
Yeah, I'm doing good. I just wanted to chime back in on the whole Will Smith thing. I think a lot of the issue is that Will Smith is a beta male. Jada Pinkett is an alpha female, and that's the balance of nature that's wrong. A man is a born leader. He's supposed to be an alpha male,
right?
And he pursued her so much when he was trying to get her. He didn't put boundaries in letting her know that, hey, I'm the man in the relationship and I'm a lead.
Okay.
And when she figured out that, hey, this dude is really soft, she's been leading the whole relationship. So in return, he's at her mercy. He doesn't know how to act as a man. He doesn't know how to be a leader. You know, that's like the natures of law, even with animals. You have an alpha, you have a beta.
I'm listening to you. Yeah. I will say this, though. I remember Will Smith talking about he and Jada early in their relationship. Supposedly he checked her because she was either argumentative, contentious, or she was trying to get physical. No. She said something to him in front of some people, and he checked her and said, I'm not going to be in that type of relationship. That's what my mother and father went through. Do you remember that or no?
I don't. But, I mean, obviously he didn't check her hard enough.
Right.
He didn't tell her, hey, you're going to sit your ass down and you're going to listen. Yeah. And I don't mean like in a violent way, but, you know, I got a woman who's, or used to be high maintenance. And when we got together, I was like, hey, I'm the man. And this is how it's going to be. I'm not scared to lose you. If you let a gorgeous woman know, hey, I ain't scared to lose you, I can go get another woman. Yeah. And once they know that is real, then they fall in line. But maybe he never been with a woman like her. You know, sometimes you get a woman that's the opposite of you. That's these ghetto chicks, and they hard to shake off because they got some good tail.
In my opinion, because you mentioned, what did you say? Did you say high maintenance? What was the term you used? You said high maintenance?
Yeah, high maintenance, bougie, you know, the stereotype, high yellow woman.
Do you know what I have found in my experience, what really hurts a high maintenance woman? Hurts her to the core. If you go smash a 250-pound sloppy bitch, you go smash the sloppy bitch, and she'll look at you and say, "Why? Why'd you do that?" That hurts him to the core. Yeah. No, I didn't go to another high maintenance bitch or somebody who's like, you know, always got their hair and nails done and all that old extra shit and red bobs. No, I went and smashed a big knock-kneed bitch and had a good time. Go ahead. You were saying? Go ahead.
Nah, I mean, a lot of times the women that look the gorgeous on the outside, they really have a lot of issues. They really do.
They are the ugliest inside.
You know,
The ugliest inside.
Yep. They you know, they just look good on the outside, but once you break them down, then you'll figure out, hey, they regular women, they insecure.
Yeah.
And then, like you say, you go holler at a fat chick or an average chick, and they're like, well, damn, what the hell am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
So, but I also wanted to touch real quick on that whole gay issue with the characters. And I know a lot of people probably think I'm homophobic because I go back and forth with Rory about his situation.
Okay.
My thing is I don't really care about a person being gay. My thing is just be open with it. You know, like I used to like to hit these hoes naked head. So I'm worried about catching something. But like if you a dude and you out there, man, just be gay. Don't be a switch hitter because hey, I could catch something. You know, I'm married now. I'm out of the game, and then I got a sister who has mad cow disease. So,
oh shit,
you know, I don't have a problem with gay women.
Hang on a second. Back up. Your sister has mad cow disease?
Yeah, that's just like a street term when we talking codes saying that they lesbian.
Oh, okay.
Like heifers, cows.
Right.
Mad, so we just say they got mad cow disease. But
no, I because that's actually a reality. I thought she was sick. Okay, so you're just saying she's lesbian, your sister.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
You know, cows, they always stick their tongue out and stuff.
Got you.
But
okay. Hey, before you go, man, how much should Chris Rock sue Will Smith for? That's my question tonight. How much?
He shouldn't sue at all. What he did was the political correct thing to do. As a black man to another black man, he shouldn't sue him. On a quote street level, he's a whole ass nigga because he let another nigga slap him. But at the same time, he slapped Chris Rock, 130, 40, 50-pound dude. So Will Smith isn't getting any. You know, America's kind of divided. They're like, oh, he slapped Chris Rock. But, I mean, Chris Rock ain't no dude that you slap and everybody's looking at you like, oh, you a threat.
Right.
And then after he slapped him, he got on stage and started crying.
Yeah.
So it's not solidified that you a thorough nigga. Because if I slap you, I'm a reinforce it and say, I'll do it again if you ever disrespect my wife again. But he got on stage and started crying. So it's not like people look at
whole ass shit.
So like, oh, that's Will Smith.
Whole ass shit.
He's slapping niggas like, nah, he ain't built like that.
Okay.
He not built like that. But I think he'll definitely recover, man. I mean,
okay.
he made a mistake. He's a human being, but he'll recover probably in another 3 or 4 years, hopefully.
Okay. Hey, man, good to talk to you. Have a good one. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Salute.
Okay, gangs of love tapping in. Folks, how much should Chris Rock sue Will Smith for? I'm going to jump out the window and say he will sue him. Salute to the callers that called in on my last show, and they said he will sue him. I'm now co-signing, I'm going to champion what you other callers said on my other broadcast. He has to. He has to. For business reasons, Chris Rock is a brand. You cannot let the brand suffer by way of some type of legal threat. You have to sue him. I'm not a lawyer, but sometimes you have to pull the trigger on a lawsuit. You have to. Because you have affiliates and other people that are attached to the brand. Doesn't mean you're going to win the lawsuit, but you have to initiate a lawsuit. I'll just say that for right now. Tomau got your donation. Malcolm X warned us about black celebrities. Yeah. Well, Malcolm X became a celebrity himself of sorts, you know. Thank you for your donation. Luke Caney tapping in. Where is Luke Caney? Good evening, Luke Caney. Are you there, sir? Good evening. Luke Caney.
Hey, Star. Good evening. How are you?
Good, man. Good to hear from you. Jada Pinkett laughing at Chris Rock getting fire smacked out of him. Did you see the video?
I saw the video. I saw her laughing, Star.
Yeah.
I think she was laughing at Will.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna, like, usually I don't respond to what other people say on your show.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna respond, but I'm gonna say this. I'm not even gonna go over the conspiracy or Will likes this or he does this or whatever, the marriage, or Will is not an alpha. No, he is an alpha because you don't get where he's at by being a pushover or being a punk.
Mm.
All right?
Okay.
But you don't, Star. It is what it is. But I'm going to say this. Some men enjoy manipulative women.
Yes.
They enjoy that. Just like a jump off or a whore attracts a trick attracts a whore. All right? And I'm not calling Jada a whore, but I'm just using that as an example.
Understood.
Jada has proven over and over to be a very manipulative woman. Seems, right? She seems to be.
Okay.
We don't know. She seems to be very manipulative. And Will, in my opinion, is the type of man that not only enjoys that energy, that energy makes him feel alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? He
gives him a purpose. Gives him a purpose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Star, because we see it over and over. Guys in our lives that we know that can have any woman in the world. There are plenty of women out here that are chill, supportive, beautiful. But they enjoy the woman that's gonna constantly challenge them.
Right.
They enjoy that.
Yeah.
Right.
They want someone to walk around the house with a scarf on their head, mouth poked out, feet dragging, slamming shit around.
Yes. They want somebody that's gonna tell them how good their ex's D was.
Those types of bitches, I get them up out of here fast. Bitch, did you just slam something in my house? Get your shit. Get you the fuck out of here. I'm sorry, go ahead.
They enjoy the arguments, the slick talk, the games, the all the extra stuff.
Yeah.
And it's always about the woman. On arguably Will's biggest night, it's all about Jada.
That's a fact. That's a whole fact.
And she doesn't even apologize. As a lady, she should feel ashamed.
Yeah.
And I'm never been the type of guy that call here and try to tell women what to be.
Yeah.
I already said it. I like sluts. That's my preference. But at the end of the day,
Well, now, hang on a second, Luke Caney.
Yes.
There is a difference between a slut and a whore. A whore gets paid for her services. You prefer a slut, someone who just, can go from bed to bed. She can get smashed in the back seat, or she can catch it in the stairway. What is it that attracts you to those types of females? A slut.
It's not about me, Star.
What's that?
I said it's not about me. It's about Jada and Will. Star.
Well, you said you prefer a slut. I'm just asking for clarification. What is it about a slut that? Go ahead, sir.
Well, I think for me it's just because the point where I am in my life, I feel like that's easier for me.
Okay.
To get into certain situations, and it's good, it's fun, and
And you don't have to commit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's because personally I feel like I need to do that.
Do you smash random sluts?
What did you say, Star?
Random sluts. Do you smash a slut who may be, I don't know, in a parking lot at a fucking, what do we call that?
No.
Taco Bell. Do you smash sluts hanging out in a Taco Bell parking lot or one of those restaurants? I forget the name of it, but go ahead.
No, Star. No, Star. I do not. I have a little standard.
Okay. Where do you find your sluts?
I would say mostly on dating apps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Dating apps, Star.
Okay. Luke Caney,
Yeah.
I appreciate.
Back to Will.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right. Back to Will. I just think that she was laughing at Will at the end of the day, and I don't think Chris Rock is gonna sue Star.
Okay. I hope he does, but
that's just me.
Luke Caney, good to talk to
All
you.
right. Peace, Star.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Luke Caney tapping in. He prefers sluts. No, I don't fuck with no slut, bitch. You got to bring a bag back here. Do something. Durham legend. Troy, thanks for confessing on your live show that you assaulted me with a horseshoe and ran. Me and Chris Rock about to drop them lawsuits. What was that, in 74? I was 10 years old in 1974. Fuck out of here. The real Chris Rock. My jaw is still intact, nigga. Big Tigger voice, okay? Diploma 914, the YouTube show before they were famous, used a clip from your show for their topic based on the Terror Squad. Do you know about this? No. Can you send me a link? Send me a link, please. You have my email address? Hold on a second. There's a lot of audio from the old Star and Buck Wild shows that I own that audio, the rights to it. That was part of my deal with never mind. Anyway, I own the audio. Yeah, send me a link, please. They've used some of my stuff in the past for the new Britney Spears documentary as well. Gem Star, did you see the story of the white Yale employee who stole $40 million and pleaded guilty, now facing 23 years while her black hubby holds the fam down? No, I have not. I'm not speeding on that, but thank you. The Stars Tranny movie. At the Tranny Awards, Stacey Glore slapped Zach Lee and said, "Keep my tool in your mouth." Stars Tranny movie won the Best Motion Tranny Picture Award. Charles says, do the Smiths have to undergo a Scientology audit after the incident? Are they both Scientologists? I don't know. I don't know. Guys on the screen, please make sure that you visit my sponsor, Mr. Vegan, here in the Atlanta area, Perimeter Mall, the Dunwoody section, www.mrvegan.com. Also, hold on a second, I got to make sure I promote the homie, www.JupiterNights. Folks, go to JupiterNights.com, spend $40 or more. I'll give you 2 weeks promotion on the Star Report. But you have to let them know Star sent me, okay? www.JupiterNights.com. And where is the Poor Legacy showrunner? These guys have a new project out. Great musicians, great artists. Let me get that ready. Coming up soon, okay? Give me a second. Mr. Vegan. Come back to that in a second. And back to the phone lines. Area code 605. Hey, 605, did you see Jada Pinkett laughing at Chris Rock when he got smacked? 605.
Hey, Star, how are you?
Hey, good evening. Who's this?
It's Miss Ruth.
Hey, good to hear from you.
It's Miss.
Cracking.
Listen, I called because I wanted to know if you saw the Inside Edition clip where Paul Rodriguez, the comedian,
Okay.
talking about how he would never work with Will Smith again.
No, I didn't see that. No.
Star. Oh, my God. Okay, so Paul Rodriguez worked with Will Smith in the movie Ali.
Okay.
He played the doctor that worked at the corner of Ali during the Rumble in the Jungle fight. All right. Paul Rodriguez said that he would never work with Will Smith because Will Smith treated him like shit.
Okay.
So was calling him all kinds of names, insulting him, throwing racial slurs at him.
Mm-hmm.
The man had a journal where he kept records. You know, he kept a journal of his experience. He flew all the way to Africa to film this movie.
Okay.
So what happened was the real doctor came on the set and started cursing Will Smith out, talking about, why ain't my part bigger? Why is it so small? And started yelling racial slurs at Will Smith.
Now, hang on a second, Miss Ruth. For those who don't know, Paul Rodriguez, 67 years of age. He's Mexican. He's an actor. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So he's choosing this time now to come at Will Smith's neck. He's screaming racism? What? He
said that Will Smith told him, yo, you better be careful because ain't nobody around here that like you. Paul Rodriguez was like, what you mean? Will Smith said, ain't no Mexicans in Africa.
Okay.
Threatening him.
Well, hang on a second, Miss Ruth. Are we supposed to now come to Paul Rodriguez's defense? It may have been a joke.
No. What I'm trying
Will Smith is, hang on a second, I don't mean to cut you short. Will Smith is one of those guys, he's always joking. He's a goofy type of guy. So are we supposed to say Paul Rodriguez, he's been hurt by Will Smith and now he wants to sue? Where are we going?
I think what I'm trying to figure out is how many more stories like this are going to come out.
Oh, okay.
How many more stories like this are going to come out? Because it seems like now people are coming out the woodwork with Will Smith stories.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because I'm like, well, if he felt that way, why is he coming out with it now?
Right. Well, let me just say respectfully, I don't give a fuck about Paul Rodriguez. If we hear about, give a fuck about him. If we hear about Will Smith choking and beating on somebody, taking the pussy, okay. But this guy's an actor. You know, these guys do all sorts of goofy shit.
He's probably taking the opportunity to be relevant again.
Yeah. I mean, Brad Pitt and all these, George Clooney, Matt Damon, these guys play pranks on each other all the time. It's ha 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 he. So now this guy, his feelings are hurt. I don't give a fuck about Paul Rodriguez. But go ahead, I'll let you finish up.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that now everybody wants to paint Will Smith as, you know, somebody that got anger issues.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
hang on a second, Miss Ruth. My question, how much should Chris Rock sue Will Smith for? That's my question. What say you?
Oh, man. I got mixed feelings. I think he should sue him. But I don't think he will because I think he's going to make the money when he do the Netflix special.
No, right.
You know what I'm saying? Netflix is going to be paying him $60 million, $75 million to do the special. That's why Chris Rock ain't talking about it. He said he's processing it.
Gotcha.
He's waiting.
Yeah.
He's waiting.
All right, so you can't answer the question, long story short. It's just a hypothetical. I don't do hypotheticals, but I'm trying to do one now. You don't think he should sue him at all. That's what you're saying.
I don't know. There's half of me.
Okay, Miss Ruth, I got to take other calls. Good to hear from you.
All right, take care.
Thank you. She was dragging a little bit. Usually she's like, she's on it. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Guys, on the screen, hang on a second, www.poorlegacy.com. Check out these guys. Musicians, artists. Miss Ruth, good to hear from you. I didn't mean to bust your bubble, but I don't give a fuck about Paul Rodriguez. I'm sorry, I just don't give a fuck about him. Blade, I got your cash app. He says that nigga Craig is a legend. Yeah, man, Craig don't go, fuck. Crown got your donation. Lex Diamond's got your donation. A Bountiful Soul. Are you on the line? A Bountiful Soul. I see a few 973s. Is this A Bountiful Soul?
Yes, it is, Star. It's me.
Hey, me who?
Me, Janet. How are you?
Hey, Janet, how are you? It's cracking.
Yeah. So listen, I got a twist for you with the Will Smith case.
Let's go.
He needs to sue the Academy for intentional infliction of emotional distress. He got a case. He got a case. You want to hear me out?
Go ahead.
All right. So the Academy Awards started giving out in 1927, 1928. That's 95 years, right? 95 years they've been in business. Only 5 black leading actors won an Oscar, and only 1 black actress. I'm so excited. Won an Oscar, and that was Halle Berry. There was only 7 male best supporting actors and 9 female supporting actors. So all them years that he's working at this job, doing his toll, trying to get to this golden trophy, they never was going to give it to him. And then you got to remember, Chris Rock said in 2018 at the 88 Academy Award that it had 71 times there was no black nominations for anything.
Okay.
That's emotional distress. I think that and then you got to think about it. Those jokes are pre-written. They was written by a writer. They gave it to Chris Rock. So why, if they know that they finally going to give him the award that he's been working hard for and sweating for, why would they insult his wife? Not once, but twice.
Now, hang on a second. I want to make sure I give you the proper time. You said Halle Berry is the only black actress to win an Oscar? Is that what you said?
No. Best leading actress.
Okay.
There was only 1 black actress that won that award. There were 9 females that won Best Supporting Actress.
Right.
But it was only 1 female. In the 95 years they've been going at it.
Yeah.
So you only have 5 black leading actors. In 95 years, only 5 of them won. And only 1 black female won the actress one.
So you're saying Will Smith should initiate the lawsuit against the Academy. That's what you're saying.
Yes, because all these years, hoping and praying to be accepted at his craft, he never was until the political changes happened, until people started protesting. And then at the time that he was going to win, they used Chris Rock to go up there and insult his wife. And then the other lady said some stuff like, that was 2 times. So that was just demeaning him. And I think that between Jada and Chris Rock, doing that, well, for lack of a better term, cooning,
Mm-hmm.
it just made him snap. And it was intentional. Because they wrote those jokes and approved those jokes, the Academy.
Okay.
He didn't, Chris Rock didn't write them jokes. The Academy had to approve those jokes.
Okay.
Yeah. So they had 70.
The producer, I forgot his name. I had his name written down somewhere here. The black producer, he says he never even encountered Will Smith the night of the event. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but that was the first time they ever had a black producer too.
Right.
So they was trying to cover their bases. They knew what they was doing. They was going to put this man down on public TV and talk about his wife and everything else and make him sweat it out before they gave him that Oscar. They did that. The Oscars were the mean kids in this play. So I believe if Will going to take responsibility, the Oscar Academy should take some responsibility too, because they did that and they have a history of this intentional
history of racism.
Close out.
Racism.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
And it's been acknowledged all across the industry that they had racism in it. It been so what was his name? It was another actor. I forgot.
Will Packer is the name of the producer.
He refused to go.
Yeah, Will Packer. That's the name of the producer for the
first
Oscar.
time a black producer too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he got a lawsuit. So if Will got to go up to court, the Academy, the board, got to be his co-defender.
Okay. I hear you loud
All
and
right,
clear.
that's the only thing I want to say.
Now, hang on. Janet, before you go, hold on a second. Before you go, on the screen, let me see if I can get my showrunner back on the screen. Disney, any thoughts on this? Disney wants half of his characters to be LGBTQ+. The president, corporate president, Carrie Burke, a mother of a transgendered child and a pansexual child. She did a live, she damn near started tearing up. And they want half of the characters to be minorities and LGBTQ+. Any thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you what. I have a book here that's really, really, very, very old. And it tells the story of how Mickey Mouse came to be. It says Mickey Mouse went up to heaven and dethroned the mouse guy, and then brought the crown down, and that's how he became Walt Disney. Now that's their writing, that's their book, that's in their analog. That's not something I'm making up. You can go Google it, search it, go through anything you want, but that's there. So they started off with something that was arbitrary. So So this falls in line with what they're doing. It's not that there's anything wrong with the LGBT. It's just that people should not force something on somebody. That's like me going to school and they forcing me into a doctrine of religion that's not mine. If you force something on something long enough, it becomes that.
Right.
So,
Gotcha.
So it's like, let people be, know. If you find a character and it fits with the LGBT, then put that character in by all means, because everybody has to be represented. But you don't force it, and you don't take a square and try to force it into a circle. You let it go naturally.
Got you. Janet, good to talk to you.
Yeah, that's the only thing I have to say.
Thank you for tapping
What
in.
happened?
Good to talk to you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, Janet. Thank you so much. Okay. Janet tapping in. Okay. Folks, if you have not seen the video, and I'm sure most people have, Jada Pinkett laughing at Chris Rock. I want to see Chris Rock sue Will Smith. It's the right thing to do. He has not reached out to Chris Rock, to my recollection. Chris Rock's younger brother, Tony Rock, says, hey, we haven't heard from him. Lex Diamond's got your donation. Blade again, thank you. Sharon Chappelle Enterprise, thank you so much. Chris Rock took that L like the hood booger did at McDonald's. Which hood booger, sir? Yo, earlier today I was in Walmart and some girls were on some turn up shit. I started filming. I pulled out the phone. People said, oh, you filming? I said, yeah. Excuse me. Step out. I almost had an exclusive for you. I wasn't in Woodstock. I was down a little farther down. I don't want to say where, but yeah, they was getting it in. Nathaniel, got your donation. I do not see. Okay, salute to the sloppy rebounds. Oh, that's a fact. When you smash a sloppy bitch, that breaks a woman down. She spends all that time getting her hair done, manny and petty, always in the mirror, looking at it, ass poked out. Her friends tell her, "Girl, your shit is all that." You get into an argument and you go smash a hood booger. Why'd you do that? What the fuck? Teach a lesson, bitch. Guys, if I missed any donations, I will get to them tomorrow. I thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Let me make sure I get Mr. Skylar Saunders' banner ready. Please pay this man a visit. Tell him I sent you, okay? Skylar, thank you for your support as always. Have a good night, folks. Take care.